Hi and welcome to Everyday Vlogging with Rich Pasini. Today is January 21st, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and you can come back for more. Today I want to just talk about the reseller news. I have a lot of windows opened up. But anyway, before I get started, I just wanted to show you guys that I was doing a video upload on my iPhone here, and as you can see here, I don't know if you can see that there for the focus in. Anyway, I'm using Filmora Go. You can't really see it, folks, because of the glare. But anyway, it has over here a bunch of little icons, and it has one checked off over here. It says YouTube, right? And for those who are not familiar with Filmora Go, it's an app that you could put on your phone. I get the iPhone 5S. They also come in Android. If you take a video, all right, and I'm sure a lot of you know that anyway, and you're on a spot, let's say what you want to do with a flash video, whatever, you know, you're at a park, you're at a museum or whatever, and you want to do a video upload really quick. Filmora came out, well, it's been out. It's called Filmora Go, and it's an app you could get in the App Store. Like for me, go to the App Store for the iOS version, and you know, if you take a video and you want to video edit it, you could add the themes on it, you could add music and stuff like that, and shoot it right off to YouTube. You could do that. Now I just did a 10-minute video. It's going to go up there. I'm going to export it to to YouTube and see how it comes out. I've done it once before, but I wasn't too familiar with it. Like, this is kind of be like a bland video, so to speak, on this phone here, on the phone app. They do have things where you could, dress it up and themes and add music to it and so on and so forth. I got to learn how to play around with that stuff, though. Everything is a learning experience, so it's going to take a little time to get used to it. I don't want to say one thing though. I was looking at my Facebook group though, on the social page one I have, in regards to Filmora, which I didn't know. Like I said, I do load the program. I am not getting paid. I don't have any affiliate links with them. The only affiliation I have is by using their software. I did buy their first program, when I first was introduced to it. So that's the only affiliation I have with it. I don't have any affiliate links with them. So if I talk about them or it sounds like I'm endorsing them and stuff like that, I do like the product, but I am not getting paid. They didn't contact me to talk about Filmora, so on and so forth. So I just like the product. I love the product, actually, and I downloaded all three of them. Right now, the video I'm going to be doing right now is on the Filmora 8.76 version. I also had the Filmora 9, and I recently downloaded the Filmora Pro. Now, they're all good. The Filmora Pro is a little more, to me, it's going to take a lot more learning on that. I get, it's all free uploads, but with mine, I have the lifetime plan, so I don't really pay for any of that because I purchased the first one. Filmora 9 is a free download. However, I don't know if it's a trial version or it's just a complete quote-unquote free download. And I don't know if it comes with the watermark or not. Mine, when I uploaded, I don't see any watermarks on it. Now, the Filmora Pro, that one there, it'll say it on even when I look up on my own registration key there, it'll say unlimited expire. Its expiration is unlimited, whatever, it doesn't expire. But it says with watermark, so that one's gonna have, because Filmora wants you to buy it. I believe it's $100. I'm not sure. However, I'm not going to opt into buying it because I use still the old version, which is the 8.76, which I love, and I do love the Filmora 9. Still got to learn how to use it. It's a little tweaking. I got to play around with it to get the fine, the little details in place. But I like them both, But my main go-to one right now is the Filmora 8.76 version. I do use Cyberlink Power Director 14 in conjunction with that. I did a video about that, about how I use the two to work with one another. So that one there, if you get a chance, check that one out. You know what I'm talking about. But in regards to getting back to Filmora, on my social media Facebook group, not the eBay Top Rated Seller one, but the one for social media, someone had stated, I think a couple people stated, that some of the music that they were using from Filmora is supposed to be free, quote unquote free, with no copyright strikes on them. It's copyright free, so to speak. They were getting strikes on YouTube. Was notifying them saying that this is copyright material. Now I only use a couple songs, as you know. My intro song I always use. It's basically the same format. I haven't received anything from YouTube saying that, this is copyrighted material, can't use it, whatever. I haven't had that there. Now, according to Filmora, they're saying that these people, I think it was a couple of them, I don't remember reading any much more than that. They were saying that a couple times they used music on there, and they were getting copyright strikes on their YouTube channel. So be careful with that. I did respond, and in my response to those 2 comments, I only responded to the one, but the others will be able to see it because it's on the open chat. I just told them, let contact Filmora, let them know the song that you're using, and let them, make them aware that you were getting a copyright strike on your YouTube account. This way, Filmora hopefully will, justify that, make a correction, and take it off, or notify the author of the song or whatever. And maybe they got to work something out. Maybe when they uploaded the music to and embedded it in Filmora's video editing software, maybe the author of that song didn't want them to put that in. I don't know. They give you a lot of songs there, okay, and they're for downloading. But I only use basically 2 songs right now. I don't know. There may be other ones, but this is the first time I heard about it. But do I still love the program, the video? I love it. I still love it. It's easy, very user-friendly, very intuitive to work with. It's basically a copy and paste thing. And the Filmora 9 version is just as good, if not better, than the older version. But for all intents and purposes, the reason why I use the older version is because I use a white background screen. They use green screens. They can use green screens or blue screens. I talked about this before. I use a white screen because right now you can't see it, but it's illuminated. It's all white back there, nice and bright. It's a sunny day out right now, and outside of being ice cold, it's nice and sunny out, and the white background lights up beautiful. So I could put any backdrop I want to put back here. It'll be flawless. It'll have no problem with it whatsoever. The only time I do have a problem is when it gets dark, when it goes like in the evening, the light goes down. That's when I have a little problem with the contrast and stuff like that. Sometimes if it gets too dark, I will start turning more darker red because there's no light. I'm shooting right now. Well, actually, this video is being done with my webcam, but it is very bright in here. I got the 2 windows behind me, booming out light. I got a window on the side of me, so I got constant light in here, all natural lighting. I don't need floodlights. I don't need any additional lighting for this here. As with the green screen, I wouldn't be able to do that right now. I'd have to have lights shining on me right now, or shining behind me and stuff like that. It's a little more involved for me. Simplicity is my thing. Anyway, with that aside, I'm going to upload this here after I do the news up to YouTube, so we're going to see how long that takes. It's been already exported. It's very plain and simple. I didn't put any backdrop in there. I didn't put any music in there whatsoever. They do have themes and stuff like that, but it's called Filmora Go, and you guys, if you don't know about it, you might want to check it out. Now, without further ado, let's get to the news, because I got a lot of stuff going on, folks, so we'll take it from here. Okay, folks. The first one we got here, now for those who are new, I just want to share this really quick with you because I don't want to take too much of your time, and I do apologize if I've run over and as far as a long duration here. I do not read, if you can see all the windows up here open, all these websites that are opened up here, right along, you can see my mouse cursor. I do not read them all verbatim. I will expand a little on them. I will tell the URL. You may see me throwing the dates out there, and the reason why I do that there is because I don't want you to think it's a month old, 2 months, 3 months. There are times where I may revert back to an older story or whatever, and it may date back months or maybe even years back, but for the most part I try to give you fresh news within the new year or within the year. So in this particular case, let's get started. This one here is from TameBay. The URL is www.tamebay.com. You can sign up with them too. You can get free. You can get their newsletters too. They have a thing over here. Get the newsletters, sign up, or you can log in with them. This one here came out. This was done today, January 21st, 2019, by Chris Dawson. The title is eBay War on Arbitrage Sellers Ramps Up in 2019. There are a lot of things going on in 2019, folks. It goes on to say here, eBay has declared, oops, what is that? eBay has declared a war on arbitrage sellers around the world. Arbitrage is a practice of listing products on eBay that you don't yet own. When an arbitrage seller wins an order, they have placed a correspondence order on another marketplace or with an online retailer entering their buyer's shipping address. I heard there's a little discrepancy with this here. Basically, to me, it sounds like the same thing as drop shipping. There are people that are kind of like against it. with you buying something from eBay and then later on they've been getting the boxes from Amazon. Now, I don't know. I heard that eBay doesn't really, patronize the drop shipping part of it there. Although I don't know. I've been getting mixed reviews on it. So, that's all hearsay. I don't know. I don't deal with it. I'm not a drop shipper. Hearing from what I've been hearing about it, it doesn't sound like it's going to be something that it's going to be a common practice with eBay. I don't know if they're going to crack down or not. That's what I thought somebody said. I don't know. I really don't know. Who knows? And then it goes on to say arbitrage is the best dodgy business. It's robbing a buyer of any warranty that aren't warranted as they aren't the registered buyer with the genuine seller shipping a product. At the same time, as the genuine sellers often include dispatch notes, dispatch notes, they are opening the seller up to a poor feedback if the arbitrator orders the wrong product by mistake. Sellers who discover that arbitrage sellers are scraping their Amazon listings to sell on eBay but then it goes to say have very little in the way of defenses. Often the first time they discover the arbitrage is taking place is when their Amazon metrics start to suffer. I don't, like I said again, I'm a registered seller on Amazon, but I have not been selling because they charge, like I think, $40 a month to sell on if you sell a lot more, as opposed to eBay. I have a little starter store where it costs me $4.95 a month. I get 100 free listings, nothing to write home about, but it's a lot better than paying $40 a month, especially if you're not making any sales, which I'm not really making sales outside the little two I made yesterday, which is a joke. But anyway, yeah, I'm not, and the other thing about drop shipping too, folks, another reason I'm not too concerned, I'm not too crazy about it. There are, like I said, there's mixed reviews on it, but some people say they like to have more control of what's going out of their warehouse or from their location. If I got into drop shipping and let's say I did a dry run, which we all know you should always have inventory within your premises, because if you're doing a drop ship basement or a business like that there, let's say you're listing stuff on eBay and you're depending on the drop shipper to have this merchandise readily available, what happens is if they don't, they run out because they probably work with another seller that's doing it. And then in turn, what happens is you don't get, or they may get the product, the seller may get the product, but it may be getting it, no, the buyer may get the product, but it'll be coming late. And next thing you know, that might mess up your eBay metrics as far as like your time. If you offer one-day service and you have so much time to get it to the buyer, that I believe could affect your eBay, seller performance. You got to be careful, folks. Read in between the lines, and not only that, do your research. I can't express that enough. Do your research when it comes to doing things of this nature. You know, a lot of people talk all about how good and glorious it is to sell on, doing drop shipping business, this, that, and other thing. But do your own research for yourself, okay? That's all I can tell you. Before you go head first into it, take your time, do your research. Look at reviews, go on YouTube and see what other people have to say about drop shipping on eBay or drop shipping on Amazon, whatever. Well, you should be, like I said, I'm not too familiar with the drop shipping on eBay, but I know about Amazon. Just be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. All right, you know the URL. All right, I gave it to you. Now, if there are multiple ones, I'm not going to keep repeating the same thing. So, I'll let you know if it's changed. Okay, let's bump out of here. Okay, now this one says this is an eBay war on sellers now, ramps up in 2019. Okay, even though they're talking about over here about what do you call it there, the Amazon listings, okay, to sell. So I'm just trying to say this story is based on eBay talking about Amazon and arbitrage sellers. Okay, so anyway, you can read the rest of that there, folks. You know the URL, or just type in, if you can't find it, just type in eBay war on arbitrage sellers ramps up in 2019. Do a Google search and it'll bring you to TameBay. Okay, let's move right along because I really want to close these windows out. This one is from the same company, so I don't need to give you the same URL. More competition for pet food merchants on Amazon. This one came out again, same person. January 21st, 2019, Amazon had launched their own brand. Oh, great. Their own brand of pet food on Amazon, Lifelong. Whilst this will doubtless mainly impact the larger manufacturers such as Felix and Whiskers, it also indicates a wider push into the lucrative pet food and accessories category. Boy, this guy's got his hands on everything, right? All right. Anyway, developed by the pet nutritionists and checked by the veterinarians, Amazon says lifelong product is made carefully with selected ingredients. The range is made the range is made with added artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, showing the love and care for your beloved companions. Okay, Amazon already had run a competitive competition in the race for Amazon Pets, and have a number of own brand products in the category. Great. Whilst too many merchants will produce their own pet food. Many will supply to other brands in the marketplace. Well, yeah, now what's going to happen is everybody's going to get in there. Now you'll have all their aunts and uncles getting involved in this business. Hey, now they read this story because I'm bringing it out. And not only that, Stainbay's bringing it out. Now everybody's going to be in the pet food business. Hey, let me go private label my pet food, whatever. Anything goes today, folks. Amazon already is I'm reading that one again. Amazon already runs competition for face of Amazon Pets, have a number of own products in the category. Whilst not too many merchants will produce their own pet food, many will supply their other brands on the marketplace. But what will really increase competition is the other Amazon private brands in the pet category selling accessories for animals. I'm not going to read the whole story here, folks. You know what you're looking for. You can check it out yourself. Boy, oh boy. Same company, smartphone spending on Amazon, eBay, ET, okay, more popular than High Street, okay. The same came out yesterday, January 20th, 2019. In 2019, the first time ever, consumers will be likely to use their smartphones to shop as they would using a laptop or desktop. According to the new research by USwitch, amazingly, smartphone spending is using a smart device 58% is now more popular than spending in shopping centers. 56% of this trend continues to grow. Okay, this one goes on to say here, smartphone spending will grow to 25 billion. Well, that's in pounds, of course, this year, and 10 billion in rise in 2018. More than 30 billion Brits use smart devices to shop this year, an increase of 12 million or 66% compared to 2018. Okay, well, that stands to reason. That's been going on for quite some time anyway, so I guess they just wanted to highlight that in the story. And let's keep moving right along. Now, you're probably wondering how I got to this here. Okay, let me bump out of here and let me get to this story here. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see. There's a reason why I want to do that, because I want you to know how I got to that story. Let's see. Artisans. All right, maybe I bumped out of it too soon. Well, how I got to that there was from a gentleman. Here we go, Skip McGrath. This gentleman here, how I found out about Skip McGrath, he's good. He's an Amazon seller. He used to do it eBay, but he eventually got out of that. I wonder why. He's good. How I found out about Skip McGrath is when I listened to eBay Radio back in the day. They used to have him come on. He used to make appearances on there on the show. We'll talk about it. And very informative person. He's been in this line of work for many years. I like Skip McGrath. I don't know him personally. I'm not getting any payment from anybody. This is not an affiliation link or any endorsements by any means. But I do like his the content he puts out on his website here, the blog site, I should say. And you guys can get a lot of information if you do want to sign up with him as well. You can, you can get a. If you fill out the form, you can subscribe and you can get his email newsletters. Very, very informative. Anyway, this is how I got the information from. It says Amazon updates condition guidelines, and when you click it on, it brings you to another window. So that's how I got to that there. Now let me see. Okay, let me see right over here. This is the one I think it takes you to. Let's go back to this 1 second here. Let's see something. I'm just curious to see this here. Check permission. Okay, that's the one I got. Okay, so when you click this on, okay, I didn't know that eBay just came out with this. It's a software program, no doubt. You might also want to investigate check permissions. Experience Amazon US sellers use check permissions for instant on-page notification that tells them whether or not they're authorized to sell on any Amazon product. This would be good for me, but I am not going to pay for it. I'll tell you why, because there is a fee for it. And I keep bumping into that, and it's right over here. Now, this is good if you're a full-fledged, full-blown Amazon seller. This is your baby. You sell on Amazon. And if you're making nice cash to do it, you can do it. But there is, if I'm not mistaken, a charge for it, which is right over here, which is for $47. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. For me personally, I am not going to do this here because first off, I'm not a full-time seller as far as that, but I'm a full-time seller at eBay, if you want to call it a full-time seller. But I don't really sell on Amazon. So for you guys out there that you might want to check into this here, you may want to, instantly know if you approved to sell on Amazon any item. The other way around it, if you don't want to spend money on it, you can call them up when you're selling, or you want to sell specific items like I did one time. I wanted to sell a Sony product. I called them up. What happened was I was listing a Sony item. I don't know if it was a clock radio or whatever it was, and it says I'm not authorized to sell this here. So I called up, Amazon, the customer service, and they said, yeah, you had to get approved for that there in order to sell that. But so on and so forth. You had to go through a little, it was like a little things you had to go through, little discrepancy things. And I didn't want to do it. I said, all right, thanks anyway. Thank you, but no thank you. And I just forgot about it. But for those who want to check into this here, it's check permissions. Let me give you the URL here. At least that's what it's up here. Here's the full URL. It's https:// Jordan Malik, right, .lpages.co, okay, / check permissions / question mark aid AID equals 105.197. You could type that in there, or just type in check permissions if you don't want to go through all the URL stuff, and you could learn more about this here. If it was for free, I would definitely do it. It says pay one full price, full access, all updates included, no recurring charge. If it's not that bad, but you see the little asterisks, you always got to check those little asterisks out. There's the little asterisks here. Let's see where it takes you. Oh, he's got to read the fine details here. Let me see. I don't know this person either, just to let you know. So, all right, you're going to have to look this up here yourself, folks. But according to this here, it's saying there's no other fees here. You get checked today, will there be a big price increase? Because there will be a big price increase for new customers who buy it. Okay, well, he's telling you afterwards it's going to go up in price. All right, anyway, no recurring charges. I don't know. If you guys want to check into it, you know where to go. Let me bump out of here. Okay, we talked about, like I said again, Skip McGrath, really good guy. If you want to get some good information, he's got the things. He's got the home. He's got training, customer fair, make money with Amazon. Like I said, he used to sell on eBay, but he eventually got off it. You got the newsletters. You got free articles here. Tools and resources, Amazon seller resources and tools, state tax information, wholesale sourcing, and he's got a blog. You might want to check out Skip. He's good. All right, let's bump out of here. This is what the Amazon updates. The same guy from Skip McGrath. This one here is update condition guidelines. I think it's the same thing, basically. I'm just looking really quick over here, really quick, folks. Refurbished stuff. Well, let's see what this is all about here. I say Amazon updates condition guidelines. This came out January 18th, 2019 by Skip McGrath. It says no, you'll need to be logged into your Seller Central account for many of the links in this blog post. Amazon recently updated condition guidelines for use certified refurbished and rental products to reflect current standards. Please refer to the revised condition guidelines. Let's see what happens when we click this on. Do I even have one open up? I don't even know. Oh, you got to sign in. All right. You could check that out. I don't want to take too much of your time, guys. This is interesting, again, Amazon updates. If you want to check it out, just go to his site. Let me give you his URL anyway. I don't think I did. I apologize. It's blog.skipmcgrath.com. And when you go there, you could probably read these stories up here. Okay, folks? I don't want to get into it right now. I don't want to start logging in because, like I said, I got a whole bunch of windows up there, and maybe hopefully we could bump out of these as quick as possible here. Okay, let's bump out of here. Let's see what this one is here. Okay. Oh, yeah. And the other one was in regards to Skip McGrath. Let me see some here. One minute. There was something else that I think it was on his site. Bear with me. I am sorry. I know these are all the windows I have opened up right now. Anyway, let me just go over really quick. This one here was, I think it came from Skip McGrath. Let me see. Let's bump out of here for a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it did. I'm sorry, folks. See, that's what happens when you open up too many windows. Yeah. This one came out January 14th. What this shares with you, which is the hottest product on Amazon. This came out January 14, 2019 by Skip McGrath. The hide a squirrel puzzle. Did you hear about it? I never heard about it. It says by Outward Hound is the most gifted dog toy on Amazon and the most reviewed. Why? And then it goes on here. So when you click it on, which I did, you click it on over here, and it'll bring you to this window. Now, I had no clue about this here. I mean, you know, dog toys, who thinks about dog toys? I mean, you know, like a cat houses, they usually, you got the soft cat house where the cat goes in and out. Now, I don't know, I guess when a dog gets these things, they chew on them and they squeak, whatever. I don't know. Apparently, according to what Skipper's writing in there, these are the hottest things. Now, watch, a lot of people are going to go out there, start looking for these things and buying them, right? Right. Well, it stands to reason. And if you click it on, I think you could get them in other things here too. You can get them as a let me get over here for a second here. Whoops. You can get them as a bee, you can get them as a bird, and you can get them as a hedgehog. They come in different ones here. Okay. Apparently, this seems to be a hot toy. All right. And they don't say they're selling for much. Was it $12 and change? And you can get extra large. Does the price go up? Let's see. Oh, this one here looks like it goes down. All right. Well, you probably have tons of sellers out there probably selling these things. Anyway, this is what, according to what Skip McGrath was saying, this is like one of the hottest things on Amazon. So I didn't know about it, just sharing it with you guys, and this is where it is. The reason I like to tell you the URLs and the websites is because I don't want you guys to think I'm just making this stuff up, folks. You know, I don't come on here on YouTube to just make stories up so to get people to subscribe to my channel or to boost my ratings, so to speak, as as far as that part goes. But you can get it. Again, check out Skip McGrath. Let's bump out of here. All right, the next windows, I believe, are going to be from the same company. I don't know. I got to see. Let me just go over this really quick. This is from ecommercebytes.com. The URL is www.ecommercebytes.com. Okay, this story came out. If you want to look at the latest stuff, you can always look up here. So up here, folks, this is January 21st. eBay cuts back on affiliate. That's what we're going to be talking about right now. This came out, this is what, Saturday, January 19, 2019. eBay cuts back on affiliate marketing. eBay is cutting compensation up to 70% for certain affiliates who drive traffic to its site. Effective today, January 19, 2019, a further sign the company is engaged in cost cutting. All right, okay, but does it make sense for eBay to cut back on performance marketing and rise alienating affiliates who only get paid when they succeed in bringing traffic and sales to the site? Sounds like eBay is desperate here, Anyway, at the time when it's struggling to grow sales, it is a difficult question to answer given the lack of specifics and coming for the company. Okay. Then it says an eBay spokesman confirmed it was making some changes, providing the following email response to our inquiry. We regularly look at our business and make adjustments as necessary to our affiliate program. Like many retailers, we are focused on new and reactivated buyers and deepening their relationships with eBay over time. And then it goes on to say here, the last part, I'm not going to read the whole thing. This adjustment impacts our partners in the buyers and sellers tools business model, and some partners that focus on collectibles categories. We reached out to all impacted partners by email and or phone as soon as possible. Then it goes and says she declined to provide a detailed information about the new rates, which have not been updated on the eBay website. I think I signed up for this here, but yeah, it's called EPN. I think I signed up for it there. I put on my, I believe, my website there. I don't know. I never got any notification from them. I don't think it's going to do anything. But then again, my website ain't no popular thing either, so it stands to reason. Anyway, you know the URL, you know the story. Let's move right along. These are going to probably be for the next few of these here. A lot of these are going to probably be from the same company, so I'm not going to repeat it. This came out Thursday, January 17, 2019. Seller who collects sales tax may face unexpected hurdle. That's great. Sellers who collect sales tax on transactions from out-of-state buyers may face an unexpected hurdle. Buyers' distrust. The issue came up on a thread on the eBay discussion boards. Now, whenever they say thread, it's usually an active hyperlink, which is over here, and you could probably click it on and read it. But anyway, for all intents and purposes, let's go on over here. A buyer expressed concern when an eBay seller charged sales tax on his or her purchase. Curious, I have missed the new rule. I thought the sales tax was only assessed on in-state purchases or for those states requiring declaration. It's easy to understand the confusion. Merchants are only required to collect sales tax if they have a nexus in the buyer's state, which is under Supreme Court Quill 1990s ruling meant a physical presence, such as operating a brick-and-mortar store in the buyer's state. but the Supreme Court overturned the Quill ruling last year, and numerous states are requiring all but the smallest of sellers to collect sales tax with their selling, when selling to their residents. All right. What else is up here? But while the news is penetrating down to sellers, it appears the news may not have reached the ears of the shoppers. On a marketplace like eBay, buyers may especially wary when the indication that some sellers are committing sales tax fraud, as we detailed in it. Oh boy. It's going to be a nightmare, I think, with this stuff here, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe some people say, nah, not really. That's your personal take on it. It is my personal take. But let's see what it says over here really quick. Let's click on this active hyperlink. This is the thread that we're talking about. This came out December. All right, this is from 2017. Now, like I told you, remember I was telling you it's going to be, sometimes you come up a couple days old mail, or a couple of years, in some cases, a couple of days, couple of years. Sellers say sales tax fraud is rampant on eBay. As lawmakers and tax agents across the country look for ways to force out state sellers sales tax to collect sales tax, they appear to overlook a related problem, as in angering merchants, cases for sellers collecting sales tax but not remitting them to the states. I don't know. Listen, you guys can read the rest of this here. I mean, I think it's a nightmare. I think it would be a lot easier, my personal take, if everybody, like that old saying, charity begins at home, if everybody covered their own bases, so to speak. I said it once before and I'll say it again, not to sound like a broken record. If you do business, like I'm in New York, I do business in New York, I collect all the sales tax from the New York residents, I submit the sales tax to the Department of Taxation and Finance. That's it. You live in California, you collect the sales tax. I know what people are saying, yeah, but that's why people will shop in out of states, because they don't have to pay the sales tax. I understand that, but I don't know. Unless they simplify it another way, I just think it's a nuisance. I mean, I understand, you know, they want to collect this revenue here because it is a lot. You know, it is outstanding as far as like the money they lose by out of state. It's going to be let's put it this way. It's going to be a hassle. All right, as far as I'm concerned. You know, maybe I'm wrong in my thinking, but if anybody wants to, mitigate on this topic, go ahead. You know, leave it in the comments below, and let me know what you think. But it is what it is, folks. I don't want to expand too much on this because, like I said again, first of all, I don't have to really worry too much. I'm not making sales on eBay anyway. What I'm making right now in sales for the year is a joke anyway. So I don't think this is going to really apply to me. You know, at least right now it ain't. But we'll see what happens. Let's bump out of here. Artists are not happy with eBay Vero protection. This came out Saturday, January 19, 2019. Because, dear Ina, in less than a week, I've reported 12 eBay sellers for copying my text and photos. Many of them have thousands of listings that are copied from others. In regards to stuff like this here, it's, as far as like photos or, well, text, whatever. But, the photos, I said it once before and I'll say it again, and I don't care. Because, like I said, this is going global. This is an open forum here, so everybody and their aunts and uncles will read this and hear it. I don't really care if people use my my photos. I really don't care. If you want to use them, use them. If you think they're good enough to use, to me that's a compliment. If you're using my photos, I think that's a compliment. No, seriously, it sounds crazy, right? But no, you're more than welcome. Use them, okay? If there are ones that I feel like if I did some nice photo shoots with certain things, landscapes and stuff like that. And I put it on a different website, whatever, and some people are starting to take it, especially if it's copyrighted, then I would probably have a little, issue with that. But for the most part, eBay, take them, help yourself, But anyway, it goes on to say here, please check your listings and report the copies to Vero at eBay.com. They may remove the duplicated items, but the sellers remain. Here's a part of the email I received from Vero. It is obvious they have not even read the information I sent them. It goes on to say, I noticed you stated that my listings of my handcrafted items, so there is no way they have them. They do not have the items to ship out, so this is fraud. However, please note that many sellers drop ship. If you aren't familiar with drop shipping, a seller will list an item on eBay, and once they have the buyer, they order it the item from you, then they have it shipped directly to their buyer. This is not an intellectual property violation. And then it says, issues pertaining to unauthorized resale or distribution of products is beyond the remit of the Vero program. Okay, and it goes on to say here a little more, but I'm not going to read it because I will get tongue-tired. You guys know the URL. You can pick up where I left off. Hey, look at this here. Then it goes on to say here, I know folks probably say, well, you could always cut it down. You have to put 20 windows up there, right? I know. I just got so much news to share with you guys, so I just want to put it out there. This one came out January 18, 2019. eBay raises fees for eBay Motors in 2 weeks. It says some of your sellers will have to pay more to make their listing stand out. On eBay Motors, the company announced a fee hike for 2 optional features, Picture Pack and Subtitle, which takes effect 2 weeks from today. According to the announcement, starting February 1st, 2019, the price for a Picture Pack will increase from $2 to $4, and the price for a Subtitle will increase from $3 to $5. For auction, fixed price, classified listings for the following eBay Motors: cars and trucks, motorcycles, boats, power sports, other vehicles, and trailers. The price change applies to listings on the U.S. site only. Then it says see full announcements on eBay. You click that there. It's on the eBay announcement board, and you can read more, and you could read some of the comments that people left, which looks like only one person left a comment. And you know the URL. This doesn't really affect me because I do not sell cars on eBay, nor will I buy a car on eBay. Anyway, then it goes on to say here, PayPal offers cash advances to workers impacted by government shutdown. How nice. All right, this came out January 18, 2019. It says PayPal committed to fund up to $25 million in interest-free cash advances to help federal government employees during the shutdown. PayPal is offering an interest-free cash advance up to $500 for the federal employee through the PayPal credit platform to pay for food, gas, and other everyday necessities. Well, $500, whatever. In a blog post today, PayPal CEO Dan Schulman said, no matter where you stand on the issues, the fact is that 800,000 of our fellow Americans suddenly find themselves without a paycheck, with the average government employee taking home roughly $500 a week. Okay, many people are already struggling before the shutdown, and there are bills to be paid, and groceries and gas to be bought, families to support. These need to grow more urgent with each passing day. He's got a video in here. You could probably check it out. He looks like he's really teared up over here, to be honest with you. Good man, good man. Good man. I wish, God bless him for reaching out to the American workers, the fellow, the government workers there. That's a good thing. But you can see, looking at this video, I'm not going to play it. You can see he looks very teary-eyed over here, this man. So apparently it affects him, and some people do take these things hard. I'll be honest with you, I was listening on the news with this government shutdown thing, and they had some people, I think even on Facebook, that were talking about how this is not only affecting the government workers, but it's also the programs too, the SNAP program, EBT, and all that there. People that are on disability service or whatever, or like food stamps and those type of services, how it's affecting them. And really, I wish they would come to some kind of agreement and get this get back into get back to basics, and let's get this government open, and let the people go back to work, and supply the people who need these services, open them up or whatever without restrictions and stuff like that, so they can go back to their everyday lives. And it's kind of sad, it really is. And I feel bad for them. I do. I really feel bad. My heart goes out to them. All we could do is pray for people right now that are having situations like that, that are going through hardships and hard times right now, especially when it comes to money. I know that feeling because, like I said, when I got laid off in 2006, I've been out without a paycheck for 2 years now. It's going on 3 years, right? To a year. And it really stinks, because you're living off of your severance package and stuff like that. And when that money runs out, that's it. But anyway, you can read the rest of the story here, folks, okay? Anyway, let's click out of here. This one goes on to say eBay UK capped seller fees and new promotion. This came out January 18, 2019. eBay is running a promotion for sellers in the UK where selling fees are capped at, I guess, $1 or £1 for up to 100 listings. However, sellers must be private sellers in order to participate. Okay. According to the terms, this doesn't affect us because we're in the U.S. over here. According to the terms and the conditions of the promotion, is open to all registered private sellers who have been invited to take part in, but giving the fact as it's advertised on the banner on the eBay UK homepage. Presumably, eBay is inviting most or all private sellers. And then it goes on to say it is also important for sellers to understand they have to activate promotion in order to get special rates. The promotion is kicked off today, January 18th, and runs through January 21st. You can find more information on the eBay UK website. Be sure to read careful details and restrictions. Okay, so you know that. You can check that out there. Amazon to open up at about advanced technologies. Interesting. This came out January 18th, 2019. Amazon is holding a conference on artificial intelligence called Regarding Mars, where speakers will demonstrate the practical applications of AI behind Alexa, AWS services, Amazon Go, Prime Air, Lab 126, and robotics. It is somewhat surprising given the usual secrecy which the company operates. It says the new event is inspired by Amazon Mars event, an annual invitation-only conference for machine learning, automation, robotics, and space. Unlike Mars, Regarding Mars will be open to academics, research, and businesses. All right, I'm not going to read the rest of this here. You can check it out yourself, folks. You know the URL. And it looks like we're coming down to a close here. Great. Okay, Amazon reaps Prime rewards as eBay floats fulfillment program. There was I don't know if I did a video on that about the eBay fulfillment program. I don't know. I'm not going to really get involved with it. I think I did a video a while back, a couple of days ago, maybe last week, whatever. This story came out January 18th, 2019. New research highlights Amazon Prime advantage even as eBay tests its new fulfillment center for sellers. In a report released on Thursday, Consumer Intelligence Research Partners, LLC, CRP, estimated 62% of Amazon customers are Prime members and about 101 members. But what really demonstrates the power of Amazon's paid memberships program is that finding from the report, Prime members continue to spend on the average of $1,400 per year, compared to about $600 per year for non-member customers, according to SERP. Prime is a virtuous cycle. Sellers are attracted to fulfillment by Amazon, so their products show up, offering free shipping to Prime members. And buyers are attracted to Prime so they can get free shipping on many more products than offered by Amazon alone. I'm not going to get too much into this, folks. You could read the rest of this story here because this is going to probably be a lengthy video. PayPal hints new global marketing campaign. This came out January 18, 2019. PayPal hired a chief marketing officer and a new member to its board of directors as executive vice president. Chief marketing officer Allison Johnson will lead strategic marketing for PayPal and its family brands around the world and will report directly to PayPal CEO Dan Schulman. PayPal hasn't had a CMO since becoming a public company. Ranjana Clark was PayPal's Senior Vice President and Chief Consumer Marketing Officer from 2011 to 2013 when it was owned by eBay. I still think that was a crazy thing. They should never split up. Everything was working back then. You know that old saying, folks, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can read the rest of this story here, folks. Let's move on to the next one. Online brands are going to the mall. January 18, 2019. Shopping malls are transforming themselves to adapt to changing consumer behavior caused by mobile and online shopping, with some malls abandoning department store space over to grocery stores, but one cutting-edge mall is embracing brands born on the internet. The shops and restaurants at the Hudson Yards in New York City will open up on March 15th and will feature a floor devoted to online retailers. Interesting. I should check that out, being a native New Yorker. The floor of the Discovery will include a space dedicated to digitally native brands, experimental shopping, and food, beverage concepts, according to the chain store Age. The mall is part of the Hudson Yards massive 18 million square foot commercial and excuse me, folks, residential development in Manhattan. Business Insider provided a look at the entire development in October. Well, that ought to be interesting. Let's see what else it has here. It's not really much to read. Sorry, folks, I'm getting dry throat over here. The shops and restaurants at the Hudson Yards include 720,000 leasable square feet for the fashion brands like Zara, H&M, Athleta, Banana Republic, Cartier, and Tory Burch. Beauty companies like Kiehl's, The Body Shop, Sephora, and 6,000 square foot of watches of Switzerland showroom and the publication center will be anchored by the 3-floor Neiman Marcus. We have a Neiman Marcus out here at the Roosevelt Field. I went in there, I looked at the prices and walked right out. I said, there's no way I'm shopping this store. Anyway, you know the URL for that, folks. Anyway, down to the last one. eBay trades fuel success for wholesale clearance website. This URL, I got to give you this one because the other ones are all the same. This is www.bournemouth.echo. Okay, Bournemouth.echo. Okay, .co, that's UK. Okay, they go with a name. Anyway, this came out 11 days ago. It says eBay traders fuel success of wholesale clearance website. And it goes on to say a growing number of startups are using web platform which finds new markets for bankrupt and surplus stock. Its operators say pool-based wholesale clearance UK offers means for the business to find a buyer for their unwanted stock. Okay, I'm not going to get too much into this, folks. You could read the rest of this here. I just threw it out there. If you'd like to read it, that's up to you. If you feel it's not really important enough to read it, that's up to you as well. You know the story you're looking for. I give you the URL. And with that, we are going to bump out of here. But anyway, I am going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. Thank you again for sticking around, checking out the reseller news. I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers again. And if you do like my video, any of the videos I put out, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and hit that bell notification icon if you want to be updated. This is Rich Pasini signing off. Until next time, bye-bye.